Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Liverpool transfer news as Barcelona holds shock talks with Red Star's inner circle. Barcelona is reported to have held shock talks with Ibrahima Konate's inner circle amid his uncertain contract situation at Liverpool. Konate's current Liverpool deal is due to expire at the end of this season, when he will be free to leave Anfield for nothing. Liverpool will be keen to avoid that happening after seeing Trent Alexander-Arnold join Real Madrid for a small fee in June, despite having a huge market value. Konate has also been linked with Madrid, but Sempre Barca reports that Barca could also be a destination for Konate, with talks reportedly having taken place between the Catalan club and the Frenchman's representatives. It is reported that Konate is not opposed to the idea of moving to Barca, which recently saw Inigo Martinez leave to join Saudi Pro League club, Al Nassr. It is claimed that Barca will only move for Konate if it receives encouragement from Liverpool over the 26-year-old's availability. Liverpool would reportedly demand around $60 million for Konate were he to be sold, but it is reported that the player's priority remains to resolve his contract situation at Anfield, so it sounds as though a move to Barca is currently unlikely. Meanwhile, Team Talk reports that Liverpool is preparing a second bid for Alexander Isak amid the Sweden striker's clear desire to move to Merseyside. Newcastle manager Howe said that the door is open for Isak to return to the fold, despite the player wanting to leave the St. James's Park club. Isak has not trained with his Newcastle teammates since before the club's pre-season tour of China, which he ruled himself out of. The official reason for Isak's absence from the tour was that he was dealing with a fitness concern, but it quickly emerged that he wanted to explore the possibility of leaving Newcastle, amid interest from Liverpool. Isak has been forced to train alone over the last fortnight, and he was absent as Newcastle opened its Premier League campaign, with a goalless draw against Aston Villa. Howe addressed the Isak situation following the game at Villa Park, saying, "We would like a resolution," he said. "When I say we, I'm talking about myself and I'm sure the ownership, everyone really, the players that we have, because I think we need that clarity this season. Any Premier League season can be hard enough. You don't need any kind of distraction to swerve your thoughts, to unbalance what we're doing. But I'm certainly not in control of that. And I think there's only one person really that could control that. Nothing's changed. The door is well and truly open. But he has to decide what he wants to do. I mean, that's the quickest way. But of course, Alex is in control of what he does. I'm not in control of him." Second news. Liverpool transfer news. Newcastle reveal fresh Alexander Isak stance as new club emerges. Liverpool have finally reached the end of what has been a hectic week. The Reds opened up their 2025-26 season in style on Friday evening with a dramatic 4-2 win against Bournemouth. New signing Hugo Ekitike opened the scoring, with Cody Gakpo doubling the lead. Antoine Semenyo, however, hauled Bournemouth level with 2 second-half strikes. But goals from Federico Chiesa, who has been linked with an Anfield exit, and Mohamed Salah got Liverpool off to the perfect start. And with a week to go until their next game, attention can now turn back to transfers. The Reds' latest summer addition became Giovanni Leone, who completed a 26-minute switch from Parma. And Liverpool might not be done there, with Alexander Isak continuing to be linked with a big-money switch to Anfield. With all of that being said, take a look at all of the transfer news and rumors to come out of Anfield over the past 24 hours. Howe confirms Isak's stance. Howe has revealed that he has not totally given up hope on convincing Alexander Isak to stay at Newcastle. Speaking ahead of Saturday's Premier League opener versus Aston Villa, he said, "Yes, I believe there is a way back for Isak. But of course, discussions and talks would need to take place for that to happen. But again, that's for another day. Today is Aston Villa and making sure we perform as well as we can. I understand why your questions are filled with that subject, but it doesn't really help us at this moment. Real Madrid, Isak. Real Madrid have joined the race to sign Alexander Isak, according to Richard Keys. Speaking on BN Sport, the broadcaster claimed that Liverpool had lodged a new bid but were now facing competition. I heard today that Liverpool have made a bid of 110 million euros, a second offer of 80 million euros now and 60 million euros next season. Take your pick, Keys claimed before adding, but I've also heard that Real Madrid might be in the frame. Slot drops transfer hint. Arne Slot has hinted that Federico Chiesa could still stay with Liverpool following his match-winning contribution versus Bournemouth. Speaking after the game, Slot said, "As long as he is here, it is definitely at Liverpool, and I have no reason to believe it is going to change. He had a hard time last season getting his fitness ready, and unfortunately for him, he then missed the Asian tour, and Joe Gomez the same. We lost Connor Bradley in the end, so all my substitutions were related to players who couldn't go 90 minutes. At 2-2, you need a number 9. I brought him in, and he delivered, and that is always positive. For your future at the club. The fans sung for him so many times last season, and it is very nice for him to give them something in return." Third news. Liverpool centre-back Ibrahima Konate has yet to agree to a contract extension this summer, fueling speculation over his future. PSG and Real Madrid have both been linked with the defender. According to a recent report from Diario AS, Real Madrid's interest depends on Liverpool lowering their demands. The Spanish club is said to value Konate between $20 million and $25 million, while Liverpool are holding out for closer to $50 million. Konate is reportedly open to a move, though Madrid may prefer to wait until 2026, when he could leave on a free transfer. Foot Mercado recently reported that Konate has been offered to several top European clubs, including PSG, Real Madrid, and Barcelona, further increasing the chances of a move once his deal expires. Will Liverpool pay PSG? Real Madrid transfer target? Konate is currently earning $70,000 a week, but has informed Liverpool he wants $200,000 per week to sign a new contract, according to DaveOCCop.com. The Premier League champions are pushing for the 26-year-old to agree to a structure built largely on performance-related incentives and bonuses, while Konate is holding out for a higher guaranteed base salary. Earlier this month, journalist Abdallah Boulma reported that Liverpool are still in talks with Konate over a contract extension. While no deal is finalized yet, the French defender is happy at the club and wants to stay. Liverpool transfer news. Arne Slot's attacking depth assessed as unsellable star, ready to make impact in Premier League race. Liverpool forward Federico Chiesa is now considered unsellable by Arne Slot, who told the attacker that he will not be sold this summer. The latest report has claimed. The Reds began their Premier League title defense with a 4-2 victory against Bournemouth at Anfield on Friday, but the champions initially threw away a 2-0 lead in the second half. When Antoine Semenyo netted a 74th minute equalizer, Slot had already substituted striker Hugo Ekitike, and his attacking options on the bench were limited. The Dutch boss turned to Chiesa in the 82nd minute, and the Italian was deployed as a number 9, scoring the winning goal in the 88th minute. La Gazzetta dello Sport claimed that Slot now sees the forward as an integral part of his plans at Anfield, and that an exit this summer has been ruled out entirely. What are Liverpool's current attacking options? Chiesa has operated across the front line in his career, and he could be a strong option as a backup center forward or right winger. Mohamed Salah is arguably the Reds' best player. Though at 33 years old, he may not be able to play at his best without rotation, and it would not be surprising if Chiesa was brought in when the Egyptian needed a rest. Ekitike is the club's current first-choice striker, but given it is his first season in England, he may at times experience difficulties when adapting to the pace of play in the Premier League. Cody Gakpo is Liverpool's only senior option on the left following the exit of Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich. and it would be unfair to expect teenager Rio Ngumoha to make much of an impact this season, considering he is only 16. Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota would have been options for slot, but the former was sold to Al Hilal this summer, while the latter tragically passed away in early July. Who should Liverpool sign in the summer transfer window to retain their title? Liverpool have strongly been linked to the signature of Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak, and the forward would significantly boost the team's attacking depth. The Swede would almost certainly claim the starting 9 spot, and while it may seem harsh on Ekitike, the Frenchman is versatile enough to play from the left. Gakpo would become a bench option if Ekitike was moved to the left, and having him and Chiesa as rotational pieces would help Slot navigate trickier periods of the season. If Ekitike was seen as a backup to Isak, perhaps the Reds could look to bring in another winger to compete with Gakpo, with Paris Saint-Germain's Bradley Barcola linked. It remains to be seen if the Reds would be able to afford both Isak and Barcola, but the duo would strengthen an already exceptional squad. Hugo Ekitike clear Karim Benzema admission hints at Liverpool transfer plan with Alexander Isak. Hugo Ekitike has certainly made an impressive start to his Liverpool career, and his recent comments may offer a hint about the club's potential transfer business. The striker was on target on Friday night as he scored the opening goal in the 4-2 win over Bournemouth in the Premier League. Ekitike also got the assist for Cody Gakpo's goal at Anfield and was named the player of the match for his Premier League debut. The performance followed his appearance in the Community Shield, where he was also on the score sheet at Wembley Stadium. After the game, Ekitike told Sky Sports about the two players that he idolized growing up. Both players played in France during their careers, including one who won the Ballon d'Or. Growing up, two players I admired, Neymar and Karim Benzema. I really loved Karim Benzema because the way he played football, Ekitike told Sky Sports on Friday night. What Benzema did for football is my whole model as a footballer. Ekitike modeling his game on Benzema could be a hint as to what Liverpool may have planned for the future. Benzema played a large portion of his career at Real Madrid, alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. Both Ronaldo and Benzema have won the Ballon d'Or during their careers, but while the pair were at Madrid, it was Ronaldo who often got the bulk of the plaudits and the attention. What is interesting, though, is that Benzema has proven in spades that he is capable not only of performing as a lone striker, but also in a forward pair, in effect, the understudy to Ronaldo. The Frenchman, who is a central striker, by trade, often played on the left-hand side of the attack to accommodate the all-conquering Ronaldo, who himself was hitting goal-scoring numbers which modern football hasn't seen before or since. If Ekitike is modeling his game on Benzema, then could the France under-21 international play as a center forward and in a front 2 or 3 with another striker? If this is the case, it could offer a hint that Liverpool may be planning to partner Ekitike with Isak and Mohamed Salah rather than have Ekitike compete for a central striker role. Liverpool have been heavily linked with signing Newcastle United striker Isak this summer. A $110 million bid has already been rejected by the Magpies, but the Reds are still being credited with an interest in the Sweden international as Newcastle stand firm. While Ekitike's comments are far from confirmation of any particular transfer plan, they do offer a hint as to what tactics Liverpool could use in the season ahead. Whether that leads to a fresh pursuit of Isak before the September 1st deadline remains to be seen. Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.